Hey, in this video, we're going to review scientific notation and how to go from standard form to scientific notation and scientific notation to standard form. I'm going to start off with a problem that's in scientific notation. I know that this is in scientific notation because this number here is in between the numbers 1 and 9. I have 3 4/10 times 10 to the 5th power. 10 to the 5th power, the exponent 5, tells me that I'm going to move the decimal point 5 times. This does not tell me how many zeros I have, but how many times I'm going to move this decimal point. I'm going to rewrite 3 4/10. I'm moving it 5 times, and my exponent is positive, so I know that this number is going to get bigger. So I'm going to move my decimal in a direction that's going to make it bigger, which is to the right. I'm going to move my decimal 5 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, and fill in these empty spots with zeros. 3 4/10 times 10 to the 5th becomes 340,000. Again, you will see that this exponent doesn't tell me the number of zeros I will have, but the number of times that I will move my decimal point. Let's try another problem. Let's do 6 82/100 times 10 to the 6th power. I know that this is in scientific notation because this number here is in between 1 and 9. I know that I'm going to move my decimal point 6 times. This doesn't mean I will have 6 zeros, but I move my decimal point 6 times. So I'm going to go rewrite this, and I will move my decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. My final answer is 6,820,000. This time I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Again, this doesn't tell me how many zeros I have, but how many times I'll move my decimal point. Let's try one that's a little bit harder. I'm going to give you this number. $482,010. I want you to move this into, or take this number and put it into scientific notation. We're going to put this in scientific notation. We first have to figure out where's our decimal point going to go. I want my number to be between 1 and 9. So I know that if I have a decimal point right here, that'll become between 1 and 9. So I'm going to rewrite mine out. I have 4.8201. Now, I have my decimal point right here to model it. I'm going to see how many times I have to move my decimal point until it becomes all the way over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Miss Opata, you're needed to the front office. Miss Opata, you're needed to the front office.
It's 10 to the 5th power because I moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times after I put my decimal point here, just like I have it here. I know that it's a positive 5 because this number is 482,000. That's a very large number, so I need a positive exponent. Let's try one where our exponent is negative. Let's do 3.26 times 10 to the negative 6. I know that this is in scientific notation because this number here is in between 1 and 9. I'm going to rewrite my number. And this time I'm looking at my exponent. My exponent tells me how many times I am going to move my decimal point. I know I'm going to move my decimal point 6 times. Now I have to figure out which direction is it going. My exponent is negative, which means I'm dividing lots of times. If I'm dividing, my answer is going to be getting smaller because I'm dividing by 10. So I want to move my decimal, in a direction that makes my number smaller. Will that be to the right or to the left? You're right, it's to the left, and it's moved 6 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Decimal point goes right there, and I can fill this in with zeros. My final answer is 0.12345 zeros, 3, 2, 6. Let's solve another one. This one's going to be a little harder. It's going to start in standard notation, and I want you to move it to scientific notation. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros, then 8034. Copy this on your paper. You might need to pause it, and that's okay. I want to write this in scientific notation. This is in standard form. So right now it's currently in standard form, and we're going to move it to scientific notation. I want to figure out, where does my decimal need to go? So I'm going to go past all my zeros. I know that I want it to be between 1 and 9. So I'm going to put my decimal point right here. 8.034 is in between 1 and 9. Now I want to see, how far did the decimal point travel from here to here? Well, I have to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. And I need to look at this number. Is this a really big number or a really small number? Well, this number starts with a decimal, so it's a really small number. So this is not just 9, but it is -9. And now I need to write my original number, 8 and 34 thousandths times 10 to the -9. You have the rest of this worksheet to do. And then if you didn't get 100% on your exit ticket from yesterday, you need to retake your exit ticket so your grade can go up. Good luck.